I've had a really interesting question come in today. And the question is, I have read everywhere that I should publish content that is valuable for the target audience. But it seems that what is valuable for my target audience is not really connected with services offered by my company. So what should I publish on the company's page? It's a tough one to answer only because I probably need a little bit more context. But often what I've found is that what may be directly valuable to your customer may be something that you can share with them that isn't necessarily related to what you do, but there could be a connection. So let me use this for example. So a lot of my content would be valuable from the startup business, the people who I know are not necessarily and wouldn't be the customers of myself or my agency, right through to CEOs, managing directors, CMOs. So I have the spectrum of people that would watch my content and find snippets of what I say hopefully very valuable. And so the content that I share is about, and the theme that I share is obviously around the marketing, digital and social media space. So in this instance, what I would try and do is establish how you can draw parallels between what you may do, what your business does, and how to offer value. There are times, for instance, if you were, say, an accounting firm, where talking about, maybe talking about lifestyle is really important. So whilst lifestyle isn't necessarily directly correlated with your tax or your accounts, being able to help your audience or your followers understand the value in managing a healthy lifestyle is still important, because you want your clients to live long, prosperous lives. And whilst eating well, exercising, being happy, enjoying yourself is not directly related to the numbers, it still can be of value to that target audience and also help display the type of personality you have as an accounting firm, and your philosophies around how you want people to live their lives well, which at some point will tie into their wealth and their personal finances. So, that's, I guess, a bit of a correlation between the two. One thing that, if you are really uncertain, is to take the time out to actually ask your customers what things they'd love to hear about. And so if it's something that you're comfortable talking about or comfortable creating content around, perhaps give that to them. It gives you a reason to interact with them, to build a relationship with them, to engage with them. And remember, the point of content, and if you listen to like the greats like the Gary V's of this world, and in particular the jab, jab, right hook methodology, it's effectively give before you take. Give before you go in for the kill. And that's the insight that I think a lot of people lose with their content. They create content thinking it's a sales pitch. They create content with the intent to sell straight off the bat. Like, give people a reason to understand you, to want to do business with you, to relate to you. Give them something that means something to them first. They'll then remember you for what you've given them, and the snippets of the inside, or the little bits of gold that you might share with them. And if you can give without expecting anything in return, that will come back to you tenfold. I see it all the time. I get surprised at things people say where they say, "Oh, I saw that really good video that you did. That really helped me with such and such," or "Thanks so much for that bit you wrote in your book, and then you spoke about it in this other video, or you did that post on Facebook or on Instagram." And it blows me away how people remember that stuff. I'm not asking anything of them. I just genuinely want them to learn and to understand, because I believe, especially in the marketing, digital and social space, education is paramount when it comes to business owners, managers and marketers making the best decisions for their businesses. So that is my philosophy that I'm sharing in educating an audience without expecting anything in return, But I already know that by doing this, the byproduct is me having better relationships and engagement with my customers and building a much stronger business that's built around those foundations of like-minded people, progressive business owners, managers, and marketers who actually want to make a difference with their businesses. So I hope that helps. Again, would have loved a little bit more context. So feel free to follow me up if you have a bit more context, and maybe I can be a little bit more tactical, a little bit more pointed as to how you might be able to go about it. But I hope in principle that helps.